Hello everybody and welcome to a very exciting stream. Okay, so today, hello, I'm joined by Deep Flame, the game producer of Medieval Engineers, and we're bringing you a new update for Medieval Engineers.
Hello everyone, so today is the big day when we release the last miner in the 06 series, 064. I'm sure it's going to be a pretty cool update. We have a lot of cool features. Alright, back live! Yeah!
Yeah, alright!
So the schedule for today, our plan is we start by showing you the winners from the banner contest. You've already seen them, but we have them in game now, so we'll quickly go through them and showcase the winners. And after that, we'll start tackling the new features in 064. Probably you will see them immediately already. This beautiful background that we have here is a screenshot we took from a world that was sent to us by one of you guys. I think he's in the chat right now. He's called Tails M, and he made really nice castle. He used some blueprint tricks and. Well, I think it's a really exciting world for us to play around with, and we are using it for compatibility testing now, and we'll probably have a special stream just to showcase this world. We will not be loading this world today. We will be playing on the live stream server. The live stream server will be available to you guys as soon as we are ready with the release. Right now it's just sitting there on 064. And you guys don't have access to it yet, so that will come in a moment. And there we go. The game is open. So, like I said, we were going to start with the banner contest winners. We have 5 of them. I think the picture we showed already in the past, and we can just quickly go through them. There were 2 Russian names, which unfortunately for me I cannot pronounce. I think it was Tima and Leoncer actually translated them for me. I'm trying to find them now. Something like one was it Roman, or did I just remember it wrong? So we've got the 6 banner layers that are new. The 6th one is one from internal. We've got the scales. If you go up, go up there. The scales. We've got the nice cross. We've got the flower. We have a larger tower, which is like compared to a smaller tower. This is kind of a more taller one. We've got some really cool cog with pickaxes, or pickaxes with cog, and we've got exotic bird. Exotic bird is an internal one from one of the developers who really wanted it in the game.
I was about to say, because we picked 5, didn't we? So that was something from that's quite cool then.
Yeah. And we also have, of course, patterns that go behind them. You have to go to the pattern layer.
So I'll put this one on.
All right. Give it a nice. Make it white. If you make it white, it says to the left. Saturation to the minimum.
Yeah, and that's the right. Yeah, there you go.
All right. So go to the pattern.
So I'll just change the. Oh no, I'm going to change that.
It should be orange. Should be orange.
Is there a specific?
His version was orange.
Aha. Okay.
So high saturation, high value. And then orange. That's orangey enough. That's more yellow, but doesn't matter.
Okay, a bit more. There we go.
And this is the pattern.
And
so you have to select the cog. The cog is here. This has to be black.
Cool. All right. There were some really cool. The really cool logos were sent in.
So this was the logo by Jonathan.
This is really nice.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I really liked it. I'm glad that we had actually a couple of really cools. We had quite a few really cool suggestions. We couldn't have added them all because we said 5 winners. But we will do a banner contest in the future again, and you will be able to have another chance and another go at it. Of course, when we select the banner winners, we select them based on how well they fit with the other elements in the game, whether or not they add something new. If you go back to the banner patterns, no, not the symbols, but the patterns. It's the 2nd layer. Yeah, this one. We have 6 new ones. So here's like this sun.
This is that's pretty funky.
It fits nicely around the symbol. We've got some kind of hill. It's like kind of like the
It's the castle,
circle,
wasn't
but offset downwards. And again, we have the cog, we have some vertical stripes, we have some diagonal stripes,
and then
we have
finally,
the diagonal stripes to the left.
There's some pretty cool patterns as well. So
yeah, they all add something new, and we're pretty happy with these shapes. So just for future for the future contest, you kind of know what we are looking for, and so that's the new banners, guys. You'll have fun playing with the new layers, and let's get on to the first new feature.
Okay.
So the first new feature, I think it was also the first thing we announced in our first PR when we started announcing the release. That is, of course, the chat.
And I moved it up here.
Ah, you moved it up there.
I moved it up there. I'm terrible. So
can you even move it down? Oh yes, you can. All right. So one of the cool features that our new chat has is it's resizable and you can move it around. The default position is above the toolbar. Joel is a terrible person and hides it in the corner.
Yeah.
But can you move it to the side or in the middle? I mean, because I cannot even see the chat because there's the camera tripod in the center. So there it is, our new little chat.
This is for me is a dream. Resizable and movable chat for me is like, look at this. You could have a full screen chat. You can have like just one line chat and hide up in the corner. So I can just see one message at a time. So yeah, it's for like for minimizing screen space.
And
it's
actually,
amazing.
It
really is good.
And make it slightly larger. Just slightly. A little larger than that, like let's say 3 lines. You can see there the scroll bar appearing. Yes, we now have chat history in the game.
Chat history is a thing.
And you can see there the timestamps, you can see channels, and that's also cool. Click on the little head. You can see all the channels that we support.
Beautiful.
So we've got world chat, local chat, speak chat, house chat, and private chat. And they have nice little chat commands and little tooltips explaining how it works. So if you want to say, for example, write something to world, just select world, or just type /w or /world and then hit enter, and it will select that channel. /house or /h for chatting in your house. And you can have private chat as well. So for example, if you mouse over private chat for a second, you can type /tell the name of the player. So if you type /tell Fremen, hello. Now he gets a private message that only he will see. Of course, you will all see it because we're live streaming it, but this way we can you can send messages to people individually and no one will be spying on that stuff. We also added some other cool features, like you can type /wave and your character will wave.
Yes, I needed this in my life.
And actually, if you look...
There we go. So this is...
You can see there in the server-side chat, there are a couple of commands like /profiler. These are admin commands. You shouldn't be using these. It's facepalm, not facepalm.
Oh yeah, it's my bad. Not just yeah.
The system is very moddable. You guys can, the modders amongst you, can create some really cool stuff with it. You can create your own custom channels. You can create your custom sending logic. For example, one of the testing group already mentioned like an admin chat would be nice, so they can you can actually create your custom admin chat sending channel connected to the admin channel, and only admins can read it, or moderators. You can integrate it with that. The interface is accessible to the code. You can direct message people via the F3 menu. If you open the F3 menu for a second, so like close the chat. If you press F3, you click, for example, on the answer. He's at the top. Just click on message, and it will fill in the whole thing for you.
That'll be I'll use it,
and
because
you can just say hi.
That's probably the easiest way to do it, because sometimes trying to type out if they've got loads of like interesting characters in their name, is the quickest thing to just message them or just click.
Exactly.
Let's see if he replies in the way I want him to.
Yeah, no one seems to be keen on replying to us.
Is the Zocli facepalm visible to the whole chat, or is it just a status message? Or is it a local error, maybe?
That depends on what his channel is set to. Right now, he's set it to world, so probably it is visible to the whole world.
The whole world.
So everybody will see his fail. If he's facepalming, the facepalm animation itself and the text that goes with the animation is only visible, I think, on speak chat range, which is 30 meters or the same range as voice chat. We've got local chat. Local chat goes up to 200 meters, and we've got speak chat, which is up to 30 meters, synchronized with push-to-talk voice communications that we have in the game.
That's cool. That's cool.
It even says there in the tooltip, speak chat is only visible to those within the same range as voice chat, up to 30 meters distance. Local has a larger range, up to 200 meters. This is so that you can chat with someone who you see at, like, in your village or at some distance. Like, he's not directly next to you, but it's kind of local. And of course, house chat is global, but only visible to people in your house.
Mm-hmm. I can click on that and then boom.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm in the house chat. So now if I do, let's see. Now if I do wave, well, it's still in yellow text.
No one will see you waving unless they're standing next to you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So Sergey Taptire /Soklu. /Soklu is not a chat command, guys. This is not how it works.
Not yet. Not yet.
There are some shortcuts. You can type /R to quick reply, or press Ctrl-R on your keyboard to quick reply, and
boom,
it will automatically fill it in for you.
That's great.
These key bindings are rebindable. It's somewhere in the configuration.
That's good.
So it's very very flexible.
If you got like a hotkey, you can maybe do it so it would do it on actually like
Yes, you can bind it to your mouse even if you want.
Your mouse, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, the chat is pretty cool. We also have a message of the day feature tied in there, but that's for admins to set. This server does not have a message of the day set. You can type it actually /MOTD, and it will show you what the message of the day looks like. This world has no message of the day, so if you type /MOTD and then some message like hello everyone. As soon as someone connects, they will see hello everyone in the chat, or hello there in this case.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It will look like that.
There we go. That's great to have all that stuff built into the game like that, so admins can easily update it. That's really fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, the chat is a pretty cool feature. I'm very excited, very happy with it.
Really nice.
We finally have all the kind of cool features that you need from a chat in the kind of gameplay scenario. So let's move on. Let's open up the remote client.
Okay, so we're going to remote client here.
Remote client is.
So here we have it.
Remote client. So let's connect to the live stream server. This is the admin thing that Space Engineers released with their multiplayer overhaul, and we decided that it's pretty easy to integrate. We worked together with the Space team. Mm-hmm. We made some changes. We agreed to how we're going to have like a shared API, and we also have like a shared client. The client detects the features that are supported. For example, in space you have planets, you have multiple planets. In Medieval you have only one. In space you can edit the planets from this. That's a remote client. You want to load real quick the safe area?
On the server?
No, on your local.
The new world?
Just click what? You don't have it in your continue list. Okay, so never mind. Join the server again then, I guess. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of the remote client. It's if you guys missed something, the full recording of this will be up on YouTube, so you'll be able to see the client anyway. But you are able to download it from the Steam tools, and you'll be able to play with it with your servers soon enough. You can actually see in the chat like who is admin. You can see the chat. You can communicate with the players. You can see that Nakochata responded to us. We can edit their ranks. We can kick and ban them. Yeah. We cannot show you the pop-up because for some reason OBS is not picking up the pop-ups, but it works okay.
All right, so I'll hide that one now, shall I?
Right. Let's switch back to the game then.
Okay.
One other thing we changed is with the spectator camera controls. Let's showcase how this kind of works.
So this is gonna.
It's actually it was there for a while. We used it a lot for the trailer, which we will be unveiling soon enough. And it's very simple feature. It's actually we can also unban people through the client. With the camera controls, we can make very smooth camera motions, and actually we had a few what are they called, like YouTubers that are in our closed testing group. They commented that it was really cool feature for them to make nice videos. So we will quickly show it. Press F8, and let's make some waypoints. Of course, basic feature, you can copy and paste the location. Like if you press Alt-C now.
Let me
just press Alt-C now.
Okay.
It's good boring pictures, perfect to show this. Move your camera and press Alt-V. So in your clipboard, you can store locations, and it will snap to that location as you edit.
Really useful. So I can go anywhere and go Alt-V, and it's back to where I was looking before.
Exactly.
So that's really good.
But even cooler are the waypoints. So if you press Alt-Shift-A.
I'm sorry, remove this. Because the chat obviously remembers the size of but when you reconnect, it actually remembers it, right?
Yes.
Which is quite nice. So I'll move the chat down here. Also, it's not taking up the whole screen.
You really don't like seeing the chat, do you?
I
can't even read it now.
I do like hiding the chat.
Alright, so make some waypoints.
I wanted to find our little base we had set up here, because that was...
Press F7.
Well, no, I'm just down my character now, because we were right by it, weren't we?
Yeah.
It's just something reference,
left, left. It's just...
Do you know where it is?
Yes, it's there in the forest.
It was at the edge of the forest, wasn't it?
Yes, somewhere on the left.
Okay.
You're going deeper into the forest now.
I don't know, Deep Flame.
Okay, now I'm...
No, you're
I don't
lost.
know where it is either.
It doesn't matter. We can share it with just standards. Let me find my character at least. Okay, here we go. So if I do Alt-A...
Alt-Shift-A.
Alt-Shift-A. There's one. Go over here.
Don't move too far.
Okay.
Between the nodes, because then the initial timing is just 1 second per waypoint, and if you move too far, the animation will be very fast. If you want to make it slower, make smaller steps between the waypoints, and then it will just be pleasant to view.
I'm just gonna go somewhere really long, and then just check that one out, maybe.
Sure, go for it. It's Alt-Shift-Space. So it will smoothly interpolate between the waypoints, making a nice Bezier curve, and it goes from start to finish. And you can actually copy this to text file. You can edit it.
And what's so cool about it? This is a quick thing, but what you can do is you can change for each waypoint in the text file. You can change the speed and you can change the FOV. So you can have an FOV shift when moving towards a certain spot. So by default, it does it all in game. So you have to open up your Notepad++, and in the Notepad++, if you do Control V, it will paste a list of waypoints with FOV and speed in there, and then you can customize it however you want, right? So there is some it's really powerful tools here. If I just do, I can end that here.
You want to spawn a small blueprint here, like a small house or something. Then it's very easy to make something that looks kind of like cool around the house.
Guys, let me just say, the mystery is still to come. So.
Yes.
The mystery things that have been teased slightly are still to come.
Yes.
I'm just trying to get through these, pushing through these things here, but
you can turn the stream back on now.
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
No, not that one.
That's the wrong one. There we go. Professional streamer. You want to load the waypoints for that I sent you for the
for this
not
one.
this one, but the other one.
It's
called long. It's Deep Flame. And I click
this
on
one here. This
longer path. Longer
path. Okay.
Just copy this one.
So this is basically Deep Flame has sent me a notepad filled with coordinates and other information. I've opened that notepad file, selected all, copied all of that, and then come back into the game because the games are identical, right? In the worlds, this easy
switch to Spectator.
Spectator, and then Alt-Shift-V. So I've pasted those from my clipboard into the game, and now when I do Alt-Shift-Space, we should see something wonderful happen.
This is a short clip that I made this morning. Took me a couple of minutes to set up, and it just kind of showcases how we can use this for recording or trailer, and it's I really like
cool.
I really like this feature. And my video guy said also like it's a godsend. He's been able to make super cool cuts with it that look super smooth, and we're very satisfied with how it works.
It's really, and it's so easy to use. Like, it really is just create some waypoints. If you want to go, of course, advanced and change the FOV, change the speed between waypoints. That requires a bit of text editing, but it's just using the clipboard. It's super kind of easy. So definitely looking forward to seeing what you guys actually use this for, because I mean, personally, I don't know if could modders make it so it could be triggered, or is that no? Okay.
No.
All right.
So after showcasing this cool feature, like we have, I believe, 2 more features on the list, but we have 50 minutes to go through them.
We'll be fine.
So
we'll be fine.
Actually, I will just quickly discuss the resource rebalance. We'll just discuss it because I don't think we'll have...
It's actually a good point what people are making, because what you could do is, on your workshop files, you could actually, as a creator, you can make a pre-guided tour, right? And then you could, I guess it wouldn't be saved in the world, but if you put it in the workshop page, then you could copy it into the world and then you could replay it, right?
For example, Storied Past has already commented that he can use this for his... when he's doing these tours of, for example, Pompeii, that he can just talk over it and it will be really cool.
Be so really nice.
It has some really cool features.
So smooth,
we will release what's it called, a manual for this a few days from now, because I still need to like proofread it, because right now it's just written real quick, but we need to like tidy it up. But apart from that, it's kind of there. This feature was actually mostly already there. We just updated it so that it has these smooth curves, and now it's really nice. Right, let's move on a little. I would like to talk about the other stuff that we have. So let's quickly cover the resource rebalance. The resource rebalance, the guiding principle there was...
I want to join the server for that, don't I? I want to join the server because that has all the stats.
We can also start walking around. You can showcase the new ambience, the ambient sound system.
Yes, that reminds me.
You can do that in single player.
I can turn this up now as well, because I had it turned off because there was some sound doubling going on, but it should be fine now.
All right.
Should be loud enough as well so you can hear us, okay, guys? So let's see. Right.
So the reasons behind the resource rebalance, like one day, like we've always kind of felt that there was too much grinding going on with especially the stones. And we got lots of messages from people that this game was a mining simulator. They were just mining and mining and mining and mining forever just to get the large stones for their castles. So we kind of listened to the suggestions there. We got some feedback from people. Too many things require arbitrary amounts of wooden sticks. And we really started to think like, okay, so how can we streamline this so that it's like more fun to build, so that we spend less time running around gathering sticks or mining endless piles of stone. The first major change that you will find is that large blocks, most of them, not all of them, there are some exceptions, require just one wooden stick to place. That's their construction model. It's a bundle of wooden sticks after all. And then it requires the actual resources it needs. So stone blocks require just one wooden sticks, one bundle of wooden sticks. The wooden walls, all these things
require just one bundle.
One bundle of sticks, and they're kind of easy to come by. So if you have 20 sticks in your inventory, you know you can place 20 blocks. The large stones have also been changed, so now you have to process them from large stones into small stones, and you use the small stones to build the stone walls. This means that small stones are no longer a byproduct of whatever you're doing. You're actually, these are your core construction resource, and using these stones, you have to kind of, by processing them, we have more control over how much stone you take from the ground and put into the walls. Because previously, if you were mining, we could just increase the amount of stones you get from one carve. But we ran into problems where it was starting to feel unrealistic volume-wise. Stack sizes were getting weird. Weight was getting weird. We ran into lots of little problems just doing this. So we decided, let's cut it. Let's rechange it into small stones. It will make it easier, and it fits better with like the texture of the stone walls. Oh yeah, the other principle behind the resource rebalance is that we want to kind of allow it in such a way that when you are new to a game, new to a world, new to a server, or just start playing again after a long time, that after like 20-30 minutes, you're at least able to have some kind of small house up and running with your with at least some basic stuff, so that it doesn't feel like you spent hours of playing and you achieved nothing. This was kind of a problem, and so we kind of rebalanced this. The early part is a little bit more accessible now, without ruining like the late game feel of progression.
I was thinking I will join the server now. I can show that in survival, because obviously, like, yes. Yeah, okay. So let's back out.
Finally, we also overhauled the ambient sound system. The ambient sound system now has more, what's the word? Different music and different ambient effects based on where you are. So when you're in the jungle, it plays more jungly music. When you're in the jungle, you also hear the crickets or the weird birds. When you're in the desert, it's more soft, more windy because there are no trees. The music is more fitting to the desert. Again, the Arctic has its own sound effects. The forests, when you go into a settlement, you get the settlement sounds, more upbeat, more happy, like people are living here, they're having a good time. When you're in combat, the combat music starts, it really switches pretty quickly. Yeah, you can see the message of the day.
Yeah, the chat was up there. It's not per game.
No, it's per game in the sense like your game, your installation.
Sorry, so I think some people. So it's not per world, like game instance. It is like for your game setting. So your chat will be the same wherever you go, which is nice because again, some people will have a preference to where they have it. So. When
a barbarian spawns and he starts to fight you, you'll hear the music switch to combat music, and when the combat ends after a few moments, the music switches back to the location appropriate music that belongs there. Given the nature and the stability of our connections, maybe it's a better idea to show to roll the trailer.
Oh really? Do you think that? So this trailer is being worked on by Dushan, and it is well. I'll let it speak for itself. But prepare to be surprised, guys. Prepare to be surprised. I've got probably double audio again.
I don't know where Drewy is.
Do you want to do it now?
If Drewy is still here, is Drewy still here? Drewy is still here. He says he's still here. So I think we'll start. We'll roll the trailer now.
Yeah.
And fingers crossed that our connection will hold out.
Okay, for at least for the trailer, please.
At least for the trailer.
Internet gods. All right.
Fingers crossed that it will work.
I'm smiling. My face is hurting again. I'm ready. I'm ready. So. Let us get started then. I'm just gonna do this.
Yes,
I'll mute our mic as well, so they don't.
Sure, I need to release the game anyway, so I'll be escaping.
Let us know what you guys think of the trailer. All right. And there you go, guys. The
There
secret is out.
The secret is out.
We kept the best till last.
We
So
kept the best for last.
I'll let just Tim go on because I'm too hyped. So I'll let Tim go on.
Right. So if you can close that application.
Yeah.
Yes, he's doing it right now. So yeah, 06 was all revolving around the character, and essentially with 061 we completely overhauled how the character is working. In 062 we changed the way the character data is managed. In 063 we introduced the stats system, and it was all leading up to 064 where we have overhauled the combat system finally. This was long overdue. We have been working on, we've been wanting to update it. I mean, conflict is a large part of the medieval world, and we really felt that the existing combat was just frantic, waving around in the air.
It's just smashers.
Yeah, there was no sense of combat. It really was just mashing your buttons and waving your weapons in the air.
And also just okay, guys, it was. Just big shout out again to Dushan for that fantastic trailer. He really did amazing there. Using that new, you see there using that new tool to get you see like the FOV stretching when that trebuchet launched. It kind of did that kind of crazy stretching thing, and you guys can do that using that editor to change the FOV between waypoints. So it's a really, really powerful tool the guys have implemented there.
But actually, more cool is the combat.
Oh yeah, sorry, I know. I just want before we forget because I know we're doing the
combat.
I
don't want to forget it. We can discuss it later. Right now, we're all about the combat.
We're gonna go play the combat now.
Yes, we've been playing the combat. You can actually load in the background already the waypoints for the arena.
Okay.
So we have added a new scenario to the game. It's called Arena.
Shall I show that first? Or
no, it will be here. This is the same world.
I know, but I wanted to see if I showed it off in the...
No, this will work the same. And basically, the idea was that we wanted to introduce there the sense of tension in the combat, so that when you're seeing an opponent, he's he's looking at you, and you know, okay, this is going to get serious now. If you turn on admin mode, you can fast travel. I'm going to turn on some
sound as well. But no, I think I could respawn to it anyway.
That's also true. Yeah. And when you're there, just run the spectator. Yeah. So.
Just loading in a minute.
Right. So
I was waiting for it to load in before I did this. Okay, so so Alt Shift V these coordinates.
First spectator.
Mm-hmm.
Alt Shift V. Alt Shift space.
Ready, guys? This is
the introduction of the arena.
The arena, which is a brand new world that you can play with your friends and all your communities.
And actually, if people are already fighting there, this will be even cooler. So here's the entrance. People running in, visitors or entrance, people that are fighting, they go inside. Here's the fighting pit. You can see there the throne, someone is sitting there already. And you can see where the people will be fighting.
Someone. Who is that out there?
I don't know. And it's a pretty cool looking area, I think. It has lots of cool stuff. It's fully equipped with weapons, so you can immediately join red or blue faction, grab something, and start bashing each other's skulls in. It's fully armed, fully loaded, clubs, maces, swords, and here's the real. There used to be a decoration here. It was removed. It unfairly balanced the advantage in one team, we found, and. Yeah, the arena can kind of see.
And was this made? Who made this?
This animation?
No, the arena.
Arena was made by the designers.
Okay, cool.
And I think mostly Leoncer worked on it.
There you go. And that animation will loop back again now.
That animation will loop back again, so you can switch to your character now and.
All right then.
Actually, stop the animation.
Yeah.
And then switch to the character.
Cool. So I'm gonna go grab a shield. I'm ready. I'm ready for this. We can either go up here and check out kind of the visitors. We can look out over the battle pit there, or we can actually get stuck in and go.
The
down.
update is live, guys. You can already see people connecting. The update is live. You can join. You can
Blue
play.
team all the way. I'm going to take revenge. And look at this. What is this here, Tim? Do you want to explain what this is?
So this is a practice dummy.
Grab
If you grab a sword,
all right.
you can showcase it. The practice dummy lets you kind of see. You will have to turn on your GUI. You can see there the 3 directions we allow you to attack from: left, right, and forward. And they have, depending on which weapon you have, can have different effects. For example, if you have a club and you do an attack from forward on the head, it is it causes, like, it has a chance of stunning you.
And you can see how, like, also the tracking's working, right? Because all I'm doing now is, once I'm locked onto that target, all I have to do is use the A and D keys to actually just move around it. That's all I'm doing. I don't need to use the mouse. It's the same with characters as well. Here, I'm locking onto Sanford, and as soon as I take my hand off him, Sanford can move around, and my character will actually stay tracked on Sanford here.
And this was the first thing we tried, and we felt that it, like, really adds the tension of being in combat with someone, because you're looking at them, they're looking at you, and you really feel like something is going on.
All right, I've got my banner here, and you see there's 2 different types of shields as well. We have the personal shields, personal kite shield, and the faction shield as well, which obviously displays your banner. Let's see if I can do it. As I've equipped my shield, you can see my glorious.
Why don't you walk outside into the fighting zone? Like, everybody, be gentle on Zaklu. He hasn't actually fought yet.
All right.
They're already ruining your life.
Luckily, I've had some practice blocking.
You need some more practice.
all right. But it was.
Leon sir will take care of that guy.
And there's a couple of incredibly good fighters out there, guys. Especially with the guys who've been testing it, right? So there actually is there is skill to it, and the people who have been practicing already have a head start. So doing actually fighting tournaments.
Oh, Sergey got wrecked.
Doing fighting tournaments is going to be a legit thing here. I'll get out the faction shield as well.
How did Sergey get wrecked? He was one of the better fighters internally.
I'm running away from that person. They seem mean. So it takes a little bit of getting used to here.
Just observe their fight for a second. Oh, it's already over.
All right, Mike. All right, so you have to block in time.
There
so
we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Sergey is demonstrating. Stay clear if you get hit, because the strike will actually hit multiple targets.
You see that kind of overhead swing coming in there as well.
Yes.
Oh, I can block there. Boom. Oh, I'm blocking. No.
Oh, that was the wrong direction.
Yeah.
You're dying.
I'm dying. And I'm getting wrecked because I haven't had enough practice of this. I've been too busy away. So there is really some practice to actually get the timings right, because you'll get a brief second to see where they're striking from. And I don't know what the timing is, but you'll really have just a fraction of a second to move your shit, or actually make sure you're blocking in the right direction, right? So.
Right.
Should I do some spectator? So I just watch some people.
Probably that's for the best, because you will just get ruined, and this is easier to showcase what's going on. So you can see that people are practicing, they're blocking in directions, and you can see
that shield being raised.
You saw some really good exchanges there, and it's actually really feels like there's now this sense of dueling and this sense of combat. You feel the pressure on you, which is really cool, especially if you're fighting someone who you're kind of equally matched to. Then you really feel the pressure is on, and then she died. We've been fighting each other for like...
the shields look fantastic though, with those banners.
They clipped you already. I had some practice and then you died.
It's actually nice being able to just... Because you could be able to switch between the faction and the personal banner, right? You can quickly choose if you're going to have like a...
You can see there's
strafing going on here a little bit.
Oh, that was a nice block. You can actually get stunned if you're hit on the head with like blunt weapons, like the clubs and the maces. The sword can deal bleeding effects, and actually the projectiles from crossbows also apply the bleeding effects.
Now, Burstar mentioned about the game about being like castle building, and it's true. The game's main focus is about engineering, but Burstar, the combat is in the game. That's a matter of fact. So the combat needs to be at a certain level. It's not, the focus is in combat. It's not going to have like tons and tons of focus, tons of stuff for combat. But there is an element of combat, of first-person combat in the game. So that should be at a certain level, even if it's not extensive like other maybe medieval fighting games, it should still have some good feeling to it, right? That was the mentality behind this update. It's not,
Basically, he explains it exactly as how we feel about it. Main focus of the game is on the building, and we will be expanding this in the future as well. But for 06, it was revolving all around updating the character, finishing.
Wait,
someone is fighting you inside.
So it's not really cool. That's not very cool.
Maybe
that's why I'm not playing, because people
aren't cool.
Yeah.
Everybody kill Hans. Alright, so so basically that's the core principle here, is that we wanted to have even the combat has to be good. And up till now the combat was really bad. I never enjoyed fighting anyone in the game because
it was just a bit of luck, wasn't it?
It was just like running around in circles, waving your weapons at each other. There was no tactic, there was no strategy element. There was just wave, and if you respawn quickly, then you respawn, and you can just slowly bleed them out by respawning there. There was no sense of challenge. There was no skill. It was just waving. So this was something we wanted to really adjust.
We can have a look at the shield. We can have a look at the shield as well. It's a really cool model that I guess from artists' work from this update. What have we had? The shield is. Anything else the artists have in this update?
There's so many animations. So many animations. Like easily half of the time that this update took us was animation work. And the combat stance made a big difference. Like, involved a lot of work, and the shield was relatively quick in comparison. But you can see it really feels like the leather feels like leather. The sword looks like a sword. The materials feel right, and we're pretty proud of what this how it plays. And I'm quite satisfied with how it turned out. Like I'm looking forward to seeing the feedback as well.
I need someone just to fight with, just to show off, but not like. I just want to try and see here. You can see me locking onto Nacho. But what's quite cool about it, if you sprint, you can actually just run forward and chase somebody. I think without needing to use the mouse, right?
Maybe you can ask Michael if he wants to escort.
Erebos, let's see. Erebos here.
Erebos, can you follow Michael outside? Can you follow Zoklu outside?
Let's go outside, just a bit more space, and let the other people practice their fighting, and then just we'll take it. We'll take this outside, all right?
Let's take
this outside the arena.
I hope he gets it, because there's a little buffer now. So
we've also got to talk about the crossbow, haven't we? In a little bit.
We can discuss the crossbow in a moment. Because as you saw in the trailer, the crossbow shot is blocked, but let's first look at the combat. So. As you can see on the sword from
if he moves around,
that if he moves around, it stays focused. But also when he looks around, you can see where he's aiming. Right now he's aiming to do a forward attack. If he moves to a different direction, let's say to the left, and you will see that his sword will also move in the appropriate direction. So you will kind of see from which direction his attack will be coming. There you can see now it's left, right.
It's about reading. It's about getting used to reading the enemy players' movements, right?
Exactly.
And they could switch it really quickly, couldn't they? They could quickly switch it to try and confuse you, and that could be part of the tactics to try and bluff you, right?
In addition, you can charge your attacks. So like if you now just aim at the shield, aim at the shield, and if you click, you will see it will attack on the direction, but it will also block on the shield. And you cannot see much when you're aiming up, which is the downside of blocking too much.
Let's see if I can dodge some attacks from here. Let's see if I can do this.
Right.
Hit me, Erebos. Hit me.
Alright, here we will see Zoklu's practice at work. Where is he going to strike? Are you feeling scared yet?
I am a bit. Erebos is the best player we've got. Oh,
there you go. You blocked that. You blocked that just in time.
Oh, he likes to come. Oh, from the side, yeah, there we go. This is the blue. Oh, from the right.
So, and if you...
But your stamina is actually going down as well. So my stamina is dropping from every hit. I got hit that time. I wasn't quick enough. So I got to that side, but I didn't get to that side. Oh, over the top. There we go.
Yes.
And obviously, I'm staying static here. But if he was moving, missed too late. Oh, too late.
Right.
Oh.
Slow down,
I got it that time.
You
See what
will
I mean?
die.
So you have to be really on your. You have to be really keeping an eye on it quickly, and he'll obviously be. He could be spamming that attack, right? Just attack, attack, attack. But if he keeps doing that, he'll be tired out quickly, and then suddenly he'll be kind of vulnerable to my attack. So you don't want to spam that attack button. There really is some.
When you are out of stamina, you cannot attack, you cannot block, and basically you'll get hurt. Also, as you are blocking and exchanging these attacks and parrying their other opponent's attacks, you will slowly build up adrenaline, which in turn will increase your rate of attacks. So this is again a mechanic designed to make sure a combat encounter does not last forever. It's really designed that eventually one of you wears out and then you die.
What takes more energy, attacking or blocking? Or are they equal?
You will just have to figure that one out yourselves.
Oh, okay.
That's a matter of practice because it depends on more factors.
I love that little rest.
Yeah, so you can actually charge an attack. Shield. There's two important things. Like shield is passively blocking on the left side.
Which will just happen there. I didn't do anything, but he just hit my shield.
If he attacks you from the left, the attack is automatically blocked, and you don't take the damage. But when you're not correctly blocking, so you're passively blocking or you're blocking in the wrong section, the shield takes a lot more damage. So if you want to waste your shield by just like being lazy, you will lose your shield quite quickly. And you can already see it's taking some damage. You can also charge attacks. So if you click and you hold down the mouse button, you can see now, he will like attack from the top. So
I'm charging the attack now.
While he's charged,
hold on, I'm not.
Yeah, you were charging. You were charging from a different direction.
There we go.
There's 3 different charge directions, and that wall will never do that again.
Let me try that again. Hold on, try this. He's exposed. Let me get the answer. Oh
no! You hit him on the shield. Good job.
Damn it. Charge. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Got him there. There we go.
And you can see even the animations. There's this flinch animation. It's going like, and the mouth goes open. There's a sound actually that goes along with it. It's like a painful scream, and the combat feels more alive now, and that's very important. All right, you will ruin his shield again.
Yeah, because that's what's also good. The fact that both the weapons and the shields don't have unlimited integrity. They will eventually wear down, right? And of course, you can just, if you're quick enough, you can get around them and stuff. So that's also something. All right, I feel like I'm ready to go back into the arena now to face off the. Hold on.
There's a little rubber banding going on.
A little bit going on. Let's run back in and see.
I think that's the internet at work here.
But I'm really excited just to give it a couple of weeks of everyone training. Look, Mike's training against the practice dummy here.
And there's actually a tutorial, There's a research quest for this that explains you how it works. It's called Path of War. You'll find it in the military tree. If you press K for a second, we can show it. We don't have to start it, but we can just show that it's there.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get around these. Here we go.
Military engineering. And there you find
the Path of War. Craft your first weapon and learn basic combat, which includes the training dummies. That's all good. Joined and a wooden club.
And the wooden club.
Yeah.
This is so you can defend yourself early on. It's pretty simple, and the core principles are all in place. You're blocking his entry into the arena.
All right, because I'm really curious to see who will have the best. Because I reckon if we do a proper tournament, right, with leaderboard and everything, I reckon they'll get to the point where there is a couple of people who have really got it nailed down. Their reaction time and their kind of tactics are superior, right? Managed to dodge 2 attacks here. Now going for he hasn't got a shield, so he's kind of exposed. And you notice that when they don't have a shield, they'll actually hold the club or the sword in 2 hands as well. So that's something to point out. Oh, he got me. So even with a shield, he still managed to kind of get around me and just take me from the side. So.
And while we were playtesting this today, we had a 4 versus 4 battle. We had 4 guys on Team Red, 4 guys on Team Blue. I was kind of up there in the Lord's area, just watching the fight and just observing how it was going. And you see lots of little strategies. People are trying to flank each other, get behind the enemy, because you cannot block from behind.
No.
So you really see that people are trying to get behind, but then someone else is behind them because they see that there's they're attacking my friend, so they leave their back exposed, and you get this constant like chaotic battlefield behavior, but at the same time there's some order to it now, because if you looked at the combat in the past, it really was only chaos, and now now it is pretty
only chaos.
Now it's coordinated
Right.
chaos.
Coordinated chaos. All right. Let me just see here. I want to get out the. I know. Oh, was it? Is it?
No, you have it in your inventory.
Oh yeah, of course I picked one up. No, I was just trying
You
to.
picked one up, so it's in your inventory.
But I can't access the inventory in Spectator. Now.
Yeah.
There we go. So now I've got a wooden club and the shields. I'm digging that. That honestly, that is a. See, I'm not even in control of my character, but you can come and dance to me if you want. Like if I just stay here and someone just approaches me and my character here, I'll get my character will lock on. Here we go, locked onto Leonsa, and if Leonsa just moves to the side.
What I really like about this auto looking is also oh yeah, the footsteps.
Footsteps,
that's also new.
Another new thing. There's lots of little things.
It is a little thing, and it's easy to forget. But yes, we added footsteps, so you can actually see where people are, where they walked. It's not super. They don't stay around for very long. Each character has a limit of up to 25 footsteps, but it's really
still a nice little thing.
It adds them. It connects them to the world. You can see where they have been, and it's pretty cool.
You can see where they've been, like back and forth. So
yeah.
Yeah.
You can see they even have a little depth to them.
Mm-hmm. You should no longer hide in the woodland. There's no more like running and hiding in a bush. Like.
Oh, they're still running and hiding in the bush, but.
But if you're following close enough, you'll be able to like find them.
Someone died there and does not believe that.
Oh, he's not happy about that.
No, he's not happy about that.
Oh, it's kind of hard to. I think it's hard to read when they're double-handed. Ah.
If you hit him on the head, you can stun him.
Okay. I missed it.
If you hit him on the head.
Oh, he's dodging me.
Yeah, because he's smart.
So, you guys got any questions as well about the combat specifically? Because this has been it's been in the works for a long time, and I've been so close to even at the open day, so close to just like mentioning it because I've been so hyped for this, and I'm really hoping this will get people hyped to check it out, jump back in again, and they've done well because normally even if before the release, like a week before, they try to tease it, even the main feature, right? But keeping this whole thing secret right up into the release is it's being quite hard, I think, for everyone.
It was real funny when we released the teaser. One of the guys was like, "No, you made it too sneaky. No one will find it." And 5 minutes later, "What is this?" And they zoom in on what is on the backside of the shield. And I was like, "See, I knew they would find it." And what was even more funny, this morning, I believe, they realized that the first teaser we released, or screenshot we released from the remote API, it actually contained the words testing arena, because it shows you the world's name. There was the second hint that everybody totally missed until someone mentioned it today. So that was pretty cool. Yes, the barbarians also learned how to use the combat mechanic. You probably will not find any here because...
Oh, I'm being teamed up on here.
Yeah, of course. Everybody wants the honor of killing you on the stream.
I'm wrong side. I'm struggling to see the side when it comes to the double-handed weapons. I'm really badly hurt now.
One day you will learn how it works.
Gotta practice.
It's all about practice, and it's not so hard, but you need to practice.
I got told off earlier because I was killing unarmed combatants. I looked for the easy kills. I just saw, oh look, just looking for some loot and just smash over the head. It's terrible, I know.
You're a terrible person.
All right, hold on.
This guy's gonna kill you.
I got some skill here. Hold on. It's Nako. Maybe he will kill me actually. Oh, over the top. Yeah.
Oh, you blocked it.
Oh,
nice.
Got him. No, you missed me. Someone else got me from the side.
Someone else gets you from the side.
Yeah.
Right, so let's equip the crossbow. You have admin mode, so you can spawn one.
Okay, and this is where another really little nice kind of quality of life stuff comes in here. Let's just see.
You spawn on top of
Do I
this
have
guy.
admin? Oh, okay, I turn it on here. This.
You don't have the research unlocked yet, so double click on the research there, or do it like this, that also works. Advanced weapons. There you go, iron crossbow.
There we go. So now let's have a look at this then. So this is. So I wonder if the guys will recognise. Let's not say anything first. Let's see, chat. Do you know what do you see that's different here? Hold on.
I'm not sure. There's some rubber banding going on. Connection is bad. We are experiencing a lot of packet loss because for some reason there's something wrong with our internet connection. But yeah, we've got really cool reload animation, and there's also a shooting animation, and actually you can see him, like the little thingy there goes up to hold the wire, and when you shoot, the wire makes this elastic motion.
Hello, blue.
And also when you zoom in
on the cross,
just have a
hold on.
Yeah, you have to let the rubber banding finish first.
Okay, we go.
Like we're being DDoSed or something, I don't know. So if you see that the crossbow goes to the center of the screen because the character is moving his head down like that.
Oh, that you'll see that in third person, right?
Yeah. Also, did you see the tracer? So you can see how the projectile moves.
Right, let me get my spectator cam out. Yeah. Should work, right?
Yep.
Oh wait.
You see the head cocks to the left.
You can kind of see it though. It doesn't.
It
like
resets the camera when you set it back.
Wait. There we go. So some subtle things, a lot of things have got into this update.
Can you just shoot into the air and into the distance? Like you can that was too much into the air. It's best if you have the bolt fly over the
Could definitely have it. Oh wow, there you go.
There you go.
Oh wow, that's a big one. It's not working. I mean, let me just
Let's just switch to single player. It will work better there.
So I'll show the new world screen. So we go new worlds, and here we have Arena Start, which is fantastic. I'm so happy to have this because for people who are just looking to practice combat or just getting in for some quick action with their friends, and this is perfect.
It's fully ready for survival play world. Yes, if you start this world in the server, you will be able to start the game with full set of equipment. But on the other hand, like the vultures will pick it clean within an hour. And after that, it's just a safe area where you can have tournaments.
I should share this arena tour somewhere for people to play with. I don't know. So let's go for the steel crossbow and some bolts. This here. It's obviously more noticeable at night, isn't it? Right.
Well, it should be visible enough. You can really see the projectile trail, and it helps you calibrate where your shots are landing, and it also just looks really cool. You cannot shoot while flying anymore.
Oh really?
Nope. You
Ah.
have to be walking because
Trolling admins.
there were actually if you look at the crosshair.
Yeah.
Just stabilize it for a second. It's currently snapped to. There we go. If you walk, you see the crosshair gets bigger, and if you stop walking, it will shrink down. And if you crouch, it gets even smaller. So you have different deviations. Like this is not new to shooter games in general, but the deviation helps reduce the overpoweredness of a crossbow in a melee fight.
We have people running around just going.
A lot of people just running around equipping crossbows, so that's why we have the reload animation. It introduces there some timing, like you cannot just equip it, shoot someone, put it away again, because that was a problem that people could not escape from each other. There was no reasonable way to escape. The crossbow was just too powerful, like in the face. Actually, the further you shoot, the less damage the bolts will also deal, because the damage you deal is velocity based. So if the bolt is moving faster, it deals more damage. If it's moving slower, it deals very little damage. It's actually possible with the wooden crossbow.
This is all.
if you hit...
It's all the notifications, I think, a lot of them are coming in. Because you've just posted the release.
I just got a private message from a guy who just wanted to congratulate us on the really awesome trailer and the update. If you have the wooden crossbow and you shoot the deer at the big distance, the deer does not immediately die. Instead, the bolt puts a bleed on them and the deer dies out. That bleeds out a moment later. The other crossbows, the iron and steel crossbow, they shoot at a sufficient speed already that the deer will just die in one shot.
You really see that, don't you? Move that thing down, then
it looks really, really sexy.
And again, just nice quality. And it goes together with this combat overhaul, right? To actually have some. Oh, isn't the animation for running also new? This run when you're running.
Yeah, we added there some animations. Like again, so many new animations that I don't even know how many were added. There's walk animations, idle animations. If you're standing
the artists
still,
have been very busy with that.
The crossbow doesn't float gyroscopically stable anymore. It's like moving.
You can see as I'm just walking here, it's like kind of. It's not. Right. It's not just static. It's actually got a bit. So again, making it hard for people who just use it in combat, in close quarter combat. Right. I mean, the trailer was a nice presentation of how you kind of envision it with some people breach into a castle, you've got your crossbow shooting them, and as soon as they come into close range, you switch out for your swords, right? So
exactly. So yeah, that was...
I'm going to find a barbarian to fight. But
they spawn in the area, but I can spawn you one if you want.
Go on then.
You have to give me your...
Let's get wrecked by the barbarian.
I have to push this, and then this, and there we go.
Oh, I'm going to get wrecked. Quick, protect me.
6, and a sword. There you go.
All right. How do I... wait. There we go. All right. Okay.
So you can see the barbarian aims left, and he already telegraphs you from what direction he will be attacking. This will be up.
Yeah. This will be right. This will be left. This will be right.
Yeah, you can already tell where.
This will be right
from.
This will be up. A little up.
And you can see kind of the vision is narrowing, and you're getting this FOV effect. This is the adrenaline kicking in.
Right.
And as you get more and more blocks, like you really focus on this barbarian.
And obviously, again, it's kind of easy because I'm being static. But if you're playing against someone who's like moving back, moving forward, moving around you, you might struggle. So let me get him. Really the vision coming in here, and that like is a new thing, right? The vision.
And actually, you don't hear it right now, but actually you can hear the heartbeat. It's like doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. As you get more adrenaline, your heartbeat gets louder. Really emphasizes the tension of the fight.
Overhead. That was beautiful, right there.
Can I play for a second? I will just switch to a club, and I will spawn a barbarian as well, and I will just see if I can stun him. No. Poke. There, this is stunned. When he's stunned, you cannot move for some time.
Which is pretty bad, because that's gonna give you opportunity to get a really bad boom. Oh, you killed him.
Yeah, well, they die pretty fast. They're only barbarians. They're not armored super soldiers. But yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with how.
I wonder if it was like to see what it was like to be stunned from the first person point of view.
Your screen goes black for a moment. There's a ringing in your ears.
Oh, okay.
For a moment, you cannot walk.
I'll say it to friends. Let someone in, and let's see if someone.
Oh, you can train it with a barbarian. Let's spawn a barbarian with a club.
Okay.
And let's wait for him to do an up attack, and we'll just take the attack to the head, and maybe he will stun us. Nope. Nope. You're in survival, so creative. I mean, so you won't die.
Okay.
But the stun will apply. People are already joining you. And poke.
The chance to hit to knock me out is
there's like 10 or 20, like depending on the weapon, and it only happens on up attacks. Like it needs to.
It's a head smack, isn't it?
It has to be a head smack, and no, that's adrenaline. I'm just gonna switch it to survival because
there we go. This might work.
Maybe it's not working because you're not getting damage. Dude. So you already know which direction you will be attacking from. Lots of practice.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Was someone asking how or?
Hmm?
There we go. Oh,
Nope, he really doesn't want to stun you.
someone else will. The answer will stun us. I'm sure.
No, but your health will run out before the stun will land. I will have to kill him. I had accidentally killed Sergey. I'm sorry.
It's been terrible.
Bandage. Come on. Oh. Uh-huh. We don't have admin mode. So we will just heal up. Rage hack, yeah. Dev hacks.
Yeah, the only new block is the training dummy, guys.
Yes, the focus of this update was not on adding new blocks. It was about balancing it.
And it's actually not about the block mechanics, but just the game mechanics. Like the combat went from there being pretty much no first-person combat. Think about it. This is just violent smashing to actually having a whole system, which is it's fantastic. It really is.
Right, here we go again.
I've been kind of following. You know, I've been kind of working on the space stuff, and every time I check back, the guys were showing me this.
Cool new stuff.
Cool new stuff, exactly. So I remember when I first saw all the shields and all the blocking and so on, it was like, what? This is medieval engineers? So yeah.
You can actually see on the targeting reticule which areas I'm currently blocking.
With the blue, right?
It's the blue one, yeah. Come on,
there
we go, that was a stun.
Okay, so...
And then I couldn't move for a moment.
Okay.
Now I will kill him again. So that's what the stun looks like, and here's like this sounds like you didn't hear it because it's like beep. But it's really like when you get a blow to the head, then that's how it works. So yeah, like I said, 06 was all about the character, and 07,
Sorry,
which is what we'll be doing in the future. I cannot really talk too much about it, but we have a bigger focus on the grids for 07. So yeah, the stun is pretty powerful.
All right, let's club it out, Leonsa. Let's do it, man.
But yeah, this was our.
This is basic like caveman. Let's go.
Speaking of caves, if you dig down,
oh yeah, another little.
The ambience will kick in, and you can hear the difference.
Ow. Sergey's good. Because Sergey was like a lot part of the design.
Grids are basically the way we call constructions.
So disappearing grass.
Disappearing grass.
Oh yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So you will die now. Sergey will kill you. Sergey,
No,
can you just make it quick?
He won't kill me.
Just finish him.
He won't. He won't do it. I won't let him.
Finish him.
Oh, he got me.
See, I told you. Like,
knew it was
one
coming.
attack. One attack. All right. So I want to show one more cool feature before we go into diggy hole. We'll turn this back to creative. Let's say you start out somewhere and you make your little camp, you know, like a crafting table, a campfire, a bed, and you know what, we'll throw in a large chest for good measure. So in the past you would place these things and they would just kind of exist, not really connected to the world, but now when you place them, they make a slight damage to the voxels where you are adjusting the area. So you can kind of see really where your little camp started to form.
Well, disappearing grass is Fremen called
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Disappearing grass, as Fremen called it. Not every block applies it. The ones that are too small don't do it. But for especially the campfire, this looks super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it really pulls everything together. It stands out from the area. It's no longer.
It's a little clearing, right? 'Cause
It's
it
a little
kind of looked a
clearing.
bit like overgrown. Beforehand, when you place a bed in the middle of a field, it would look like it was a bed that had been there for a while and it had been kind of overgrown, right? But when it's actually has this clearing, it makes it look a lot more fresh.
Exactly. And it really does starts to, you can see the footsteps appearing now because in the grass you don't get them, but Now you can kind of see them, so we'll just do.
Especially if you have lots of players in the same area, right? You'll get like a whole load of footprints around a fire.
Yeah. So that really ties it together, and it's really, I think it really looks cool. It also solves this issue where you would see the foliage coming up through your stone blocks, which was always bothering me. Now, I don't know if everybody can hear the ambient sounds. Like
They should be able to.
In theory, they should be able to. So let's start carving. Let's make this a little bigger. This is too small. You cannot walk through that. Let's make it 3 by 3. Boom. Okay. So one thing that you get with the new ambient system, as you go deeper underground, you will hear, I think I can already show it. Yes, it's already playing the cave ambience.
Cool.
It's more like this deep rumble, like ooh, like what you get from like when you're underground. And if you go even deeper, there's an even stronger version of it when you get further down. People cannot hear it. Can you crank up the volume for the ambience?
Yeah, I'll turn it way up.
Way up. I can make it max. Just max it out.
Max it out for a second.
Just max it out for a second. So if you fly up, you actually can, because it's creative. Now you will hear it switch to the ambient of the area. So if you press Ctrl F11, that's our new audio debug. You can kind of see what it's playing. It's ambient forest B. So I can close it again because it's not a pretty screen. And then if you go back down, you can hear it switch back to the rumbling. And again, the sound rules are moddable. You can investigate the definitions that we have. They allow lots of different settings from altitude to latitude to longitude, biome, settled area, in combat, lots of settings.
To go deeper.
Yeah, sure.
How deep do you have to go to get that second one?
Not much deeper than this. Don't kill them. They will not be able to get out. Well, they can fast travel, I suppose.
How about now?
Yeah, this is cave deep.
Cave deep. Thank you.
Thank you,
Drewy.
Vashe.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. And of course, if you go up to different areas, like let's say we fast travel to the jungle area.
A deep cave.
Well, someone sealed the tunnel.
Ah, yes. It was a matter of time. We're now trapped down here.
So I just fast travel to...
Who is this here? Oh, Leonsa.
So just let Leonsa be Leonsa.
Jungle is...
2 levels, just there.
Yeah.
Just anywhere in the green. So here you have a different sound. You have the sound of the jungle, because this is what we consider
ambient tropical day. It's all these kind of little things, right? Like
yes.
you might, they're not. Yes, it's not a shield. It's not like you combat, but it's all the little things that makes the game feel nice when you're playing it. So.
And I wanted to stop building cave systems. Guess not. So yeah, you can hear now more sounds here in the jungle. So each biome has now its own character to it.
Well, in that case, let's jump around them. We'll jump
because
to
the other part of 06 was the planet, the biomes, and we really wanted to kind of finish it off where we had kind of the vision for how far we wanted to push the planet, and we're pretty happy with how this now feels.
I was wondering at what point is it? Okay, it's not a cave; it's more about distance down, isn't it?
Well, if you go under the voxel surface, essentially.
Oh, okay. So
if you go into these,
if I go into these caves, it should actually.
It will switch back.
That's so cool. That's so awesome.
So yeah, there's also day and night sounds. The jungle at night sounds.
Yeah, it is ambient cave active. Fantastic.
The crickets go away, or the birds go away, and the crickets come out, and that's how. Oh, is there like a little pond? You know, I was playing Monster Hunter, and this cave kind of reminds me of this area in Monster Hunter. Which is a good thing, because I really like that game.
Especially, I'll travel now to the Arctic. Is that good? I'm trying to think of the ones to hear some of the different. The desert, maybe.
Desert. There's desert. Lots of desert. This is the rocky desert.
This is sand desert.
Oh, it's sand. Oh, this is the sand desert.
So this is the ambient desert day.
Mm-hmm. Bone pile in the center. He knows the spot. You know the spot, Kinata. You know the spot.
Those footprints really do make it pretty. Again, something else that adds to it, right?
Rathians won. No plans for Rathians, guys. What was that, Joe?
I'm just saying the footprints. You see it going around here in a circle, just like, well, last. Okay, let's move somewhere else. Let's Rocky Desert. Okay? This should be the Rocky Desert here, I think.
No.
No?
No. Rocky Desert is the red area. To the left. You have to go to the next area. That's the rocky area. It looks like it's night here.
Okay, this is this ambient desert night.
So here's the night for the desert.
Ray tracing when.
So yeah, one thing that, for example, you guys saw it on the Crossbow. We now support animations on equipment, which is new to our games in general. And the Crossbow is the first item that we tried it on.
Yeah.
Because you have to start somewhere. And we are very satisfied with how it worked out. It looks super cool. And it's kind of thanks. It says it's a thanks to the work that one of the community members, Equinox, if he's there. Thank you.
He's there.
He did some. He made us a nice little pull request for that laid the groundwork for us to add this feature. We had to polish it a bit more, but yeah, it really made the foundation for it work nicely. So we were pretty happy with what he did there.
And I'm really hyped to see some of the mods that I know he's working on. He's been waiting for this pull request to actually make some of these. I think I'm not getting a mistake. There's a couple of mods that he was waiting for this pull request to happen so he could finish it. Fantastic.
So special thanks to our community member Equinox for helping us out there. That was pretty nice of him. So this is the Arctic. Arctic has its own set of sounds.
I was going to attempt doing it, but every time I try to do this, I always
just don't do it.
Okay.
Just go.
The grass.
Just wanted to give some love to Equinox, but I just want to try that. So now we have the Arctic day ambience. Oh, maybe. Oh yeah.
Well, the Arctic is kind of funny.
It's kind of
it's
position,
really
right?
funny because it's really on the North Pole, and depending on the sun rotation, it can get really confusing.
Right.
Whether it's day or night, and sometimes the day is dark because it's just the angle is too low, and it's really weird if you think about it, but it's just how it works when you're on the poles.
Seeing those footprints in the snow is pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah.
The snow and the sand looks.
I remember when we implemented this and it was working, and it was really like, oh my god, it's so cool. It really connects the character again to the world, like he's been there.
Then they can see them, they turn around and jump. You make a little snow angel.
Just don't eat the yellow snow.
It's all yellow around here right now. So I think if there's anything else that we haven't, obviously that's so much. I mean, the guys have been working on this for a long time now, but
3 months, basically 3 months. It took us 3 months to get all of this up and running.
I'm just trying to make sure we've gone through all the things though.
We've got all the important
Crossbow,
parts.
Maybe the crossbow. Let's get the crossbow again. Look at the.
We started with the chat and the ambience and
checklist time.
No, I mean like when we were implementing it feature-wise. And actually, this is something that we would like to do. Like when he gets around to it, we'll start adding dev diaries, and we'll discuss like kind of the development of the features that we have now that we added. So we can tell you like just how the process went for each of these features, how they were designed, how they were added to the game, the process that went behind it.
Just trying to show this thing off.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this this update has turned out. It has lots of cool things that really. Are you gonna hit him?
I'm trying to stay.
Just
right.
shoot, just shoot.
His shield. By the way, his shield will deflect. Yeah, good.
Like really, the point of 06 was revolving all around the character.
Oh.
And
That is that.
Yeah, that was nice shot. There is no longbow in the game. We have the crossbow, and we need, like, again, our game is not focused on the combat. We are satisfied with the crossbow. You can make the longbow. The systems are in place for it, and it's
Oh.
it's in creative.
I just
So
went-
he will not die.
Ah, that's why. Okay. Okay, so okay. I thought interesting. All right. So if I hit his club, how about this weapon? Oh no, that hit. Is that the weapon deflects it?
Even the weapon can be deflected by the bolt if you are cool enough.
Cool
You
enough.
missed there. If you are cool enough to be able to deflect the bolts with your weapon,
There we go.
He got it. Then you have to be like. Oh, he even says in the chat, you should shoot me with the weapon. So yeah, if you are a witcher, you can block the.
Oh.
If you're a Jedi, like I don't know how many copyright lawsuits I've just triggered, but great.
The bullet impacts, the bolt impact's been there for a while, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but now you have like this nice little trace, and you can see where it lands. And really, the trace also adds there this really life to the bolt, especially at night. It's a beautiful shot. Oh, you almost hit him.
Oh, so you got pretty lucky there.
Yeah.
In the leg.
I'm glad that the stream stabilized in the end. Like it was.
Don't say anything.
It was a rough start.
Jinx it, my friend.
Yeah, well, we've kind of hit the end now. It's like almost 9, and at 9 I want to go home. Girlfriend is waiting for me with dinner, so.
Django's waiting for me.
Yeah.
That's my equivalent.
The hit detection on the melee weapons, you mean melee to melee, or like for the bolts to melee?
Oh, I hit his crossbow though with it as
Yeah,
well. The
like
crossbow.
Any equipment has its hitbox based on the
Uh-huh.
model, and if the bolt just checks the physical hitbox of the weapon or the shield. Whereas in the case of just melee combat, like when you're just hitting people with the sword, we simplify the test. It just checks if the areas are being blocked, and we play the appropriate animations for how it will turn out. But again, this is more stuff for the dev diaries, where we will go deeper into the inner workings of our systems and the design principles.
Oh, barbarian. Oh.
And what is really fun is like 1 barbarian is pretty easy to defeat. 2 barbarians, again, pretty doable. But when there's a swarm of 5 barbarians coming from you, you better be afraid. They are tough in that case.
I wonder how protected I am from the crossbow with this. Like, I'm trying to think how much visible. I guess my feet are kind of vulnerable. If I lift it up like this and crouch. Actually, could one of you guys just get the shield out and then like crouch to try and get your like maximum protection from the shield here? I'm kind of curious to see. Like, he's trying to hit you. No, you probably have to. Oh, maybe you can.
You cannot crouch and block at the same time. When you crouch,
But
when you block, it will stand you up.
With the shield, you can. With just the shield, it looks like you can. Hold on, I think. Oh no, you're right. Okay, you're right. You can't, because that'd be kind of cool. Because then you. Okay.
This was a simple equation. If you crouch, you multiply the animations by 2, and there are 750 animation tracks. We did not want to add there another 300 animations on our poor overworked animator, so we decided that we had no choice but to prevent you from blocking and crouching at the same time.
Is there like a war face? Like, hold on.
No, it's just coincidence. She just how she looks. She means business. Also, the kite shield is too big for crouched and block.
Ah, okay, right.
Answer, it depends.
Should we...
Beat him until the animations are finished. The beatings will continue until morale approves. Maybe not. I have decided that if morale needs improving, I will just start speaking Dutch at them until morale improves, and then eventually either it will improve or it won't. And I will get to speak Dutch the whole day, which is cool.
I was just thinking, so... So Adam, how many of you guys in the chat don't have Medieval yet? Like, again, always curious to see how many peeps are like kind of hanging out, still like on the fence about it maybe, or just find the game for the first time. Put an 07 in the chat if you don't have the game.
I hope you guys are kind of like excited about the combat update. It was 3 months of hard work, a lot of meetings, discussions, planning, trying, testing, tweaking, polishing, making changes, and there are still things that we did some way to try it, and like I'm looking forward also to the feedback, particularly on the gameplay itself, on the mechanics. Not like we need this other weapon or we need that shield. Adding another shield or another weapon, like at the moment it's not the focus. Right now we want to get the mechanics right, and well, it's really cool, by the way, if you have the fiery sword and the torch, you're like the man of fire.
How do I get the fiery sword again?
You have to kind of hack it in. So.
Okay, yeah. I think it's cool that you can get both though. You can have both the torch and the sword at the same time. I hadn't done that until now.
So I'm looking forward to seeing the feedback. Tomorrow I will go through the forums, I will go through the social media, I will go through the crash reports, because I'm sure you guys will find some crashes that we were unable to find. I mean, we've been testing this for 3 months, we have found lots of crashes, we have fixed lots of crashes, but I'm sure we have missed a couple. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how you guys play with it. Probably some of the mods will have some compatibility issues right now. My apologies. We posted the modding changes guide on the forum. You can find it on the modding forum. It will explain you. We try to be as complete as possible, explaining what was changed, but there's a good chance we forget something because lots of things change, and it's not always easily doable to get the full changelog in this regard. In the future, we are really looking forward to having more castle sieges or just tournaments. Actually, we can have both. We can do either a castle siege or we can do a tournament. Sergey's getting it out. It's in creative, so no one's getting their ass kicked.
I was wondering why I wasn't there.
But
that's pretty bad. As soon as you have even more than one, to be honest, because as soon as you got one hitting you can only really.
You can manage two. You can manage two.
Just what like
back. If you're pretty good, you can do 3. 5 is mostly beyond what most people can handle.
I felt that the what's the word, the kind of knockout there, because I was like doing this and I couldn't move for a second, and by then there'd be another strike on me. So
yeah, so basically the idea is that we'll start doing some more castle siege with the new combat mechanics. We'll start doing tournaments. Like we have a nice arena, we can actually organize a tournament. We can do 2 versus 2 or 1 versus 1. We can make some really cool tournaments here.
I definitely think if we wait a couple of weeks, I would say guys get practicing now, because I'd be curious to see if we could find out who is like the best. It can be something epic like the best warrior of the community or something like that. Like literally, out of all the medieval players, who is the best out of everyone? Yeah. There could be heats and all these kind of things. I would love to know who's actually.
And we can even like.
It's not me, so.
Yeah, betting options for spectators. I was thinking of the winner, like they can send us their banner design, and whoever wins gets to put their banner into the game.
That'd be pretty cool, like a bonus banner thing. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
because there was some really fantastic entries into that contest, guys. So I'm sure
the wrong banner, my friend. Use the standing.
Ah, okay, yeah. Of course, they wouldn't sit on top with it. They don't attach to. Right.
You're gonna have to fly.
Just a bit.
You missed.
They turned off by default as well.
Yes, that's to save performance.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because if you have a lot of torches burning, the actually is bad for performance because they create a light and they create.
Oh, it's school soccer. I don't know. I was wondering what was going on with the posts and stuff.
It's kind of creepy.
I'm sure Mike A is very happy about this. The school stockpiles, you know, the school stockpile king.
Alright, so green scored a point there.
I'm the referee, I guess, or just the people.
I don't know if you're a referee or just really bad at playing it. The school has had enough. Oh, we fixed. No, never mind.
So to finish off, then, you guys want to see the trailer one more time? Because that's all we could do, I think, to finish up. We can wrap up and say goodbye and roll that trailer again, because it was truly epic, and definitely get stuck in, guys. Get the feedback coming in. Let us know what you think of the combat, and if you would make changes, what would it be, and so on. And hopefully we'll have another official stream soon. I'm guessing the next official medieval stream will actually be some kind of castle siege / fighting tournament, and definitely also take a moment to read the changelog and go over again the full list of changes and bug fixes that have came out, because it has been a good ride for this update, and we really hope that you will enjoy it.
All right, so thanks, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream, even though we had a little bit of a bumpy start.
Yeah.
And evened out in the end. I think the buffer trick also helped a lot. Even the server started to behave in the end, so mostly we were quite. It went quite well. And until the next time.
Until the next time, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.